Hey, this video was originally recorded in German, but I wanted to share it with you also in English. That is why I have translated the audio, and you might notice that sometimes the lip sync is not perfect. But I hope the content is still helpful for you. In the future, I will be recording videos directly in English, so it will be even better. If you enjoy the video and want to see more, I'd love it if you hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much for watching and enjoy. I bought the NIna Pastamaker from Springlane, and today I want to find out how well I can make fresh pasta with it. To find out, I'm going to make a normal portion of egg pasta and evaluate the process. First things first, it didn't turn out as I had imagined. First of all, I would like to briefly introduce the appliance. The Pastamaker made a very good first impression on me. You can see that the manufacturer has put a lot of effort in the presentation. The appliance is beautifully packaged and looks classy. The display with 6 buttons is located on the top. The controls are clearly laid out. There is a mode for pasta with and without eggs, as well as a button for tearing, because the Pastamaker has built-in scales. There is a storage space at the bottom of the front, where you can store all the attachments for different types of pasta. Included are 7 attachments, a measuring cup, a cleaning tool and a plastic knife for cutting the pasta. I like the attention to detail here, because even the measuring cup has a small Springlane logo hidden on it. What I particularly like about the product is the quick start guide that comes with it. There are even color pictures that show how the consistency of the dough should look like in the machine. Of course, there's also a detailed manual with all the instructions. What I also find interesting is the recipe book that comes with the machine. It contains many different recipes for dough mixes and also 3 recipes for dishes. To be honest, these are not that interesting. There are standard recipes that you can find everywhere. But there's also a link to the Springlane website where you can find more recipes. Assembly and disassembly is fairly simple. First, push the dough hook into the kneading container. Then insert the press screw into the front of the kneading container. Select the pasta attachment and insert it into the gray holder. Place both on the front of the machine. Now screw the holder to the machine using the white fastening ring and insert the chamber into the appliance. Finally, of course, close the lid. To dismantle, follow the same steps in reverse order. Now let's move on to the practical test. I set the Pastamaker NIna a simple task. I want to make fresh egg pasta with around 200 grams of flour. I have roughly weighed out the ingredients before. When I pour it in, the integrated scales show me a weight of 210 grams. NIna uses this to calculate the amount of liquid required, which is made up of egg and water for egg pasta. The Pastamaker suggests 84 milliliters, so I added 1 egg and filled up the rest with water. But if you looked closely, you will have noticed that when I put the lid on, the scales took another reading. The calculated amount of liquid was therefore too high, and this actually led to a problem later on. Once the lid was on, I started the mode for egg pasta. The dough hook starts to turn and I slowly pour the liquid into the container. It is important to mix the egg well with the water so that everything flows through properly. If necessary, you can use a fork to help a little so that no liquid sticks. The mixing mode lasts 2 minutes and 40 seconds. This is followed by a 6-minute phase in which the dough rests. This should lead to a better result. After 6 minutes, a 30-second countdown begins, during which the dough is mixed again. The extrusion phase begins. Now the dough is slowly dispensed. I gradually cut off the spaghetti with the knife. The consistency of the first spaghetti looks good. But then, suddenly, no more spaghetti is dispensed. I let the machine run for several minutes, but nothing happens. After a while, the machine stops on its own, even though there is still a lot of dough left in the extrusion chamber, but I don't give up that quickly. I remove the lid, loosen the dough in the chamber a little and activate the extrusion mode. You should use this when there is still dough in the chamber. And indeed, after a few seconds, some spaghetti is dispensed again. But the joy doesn't last long. As quickly as it started dispensing again, it stopped again. It seems as if the dough is sticking to the dough hook. This is probably because it doesn't have the right consistency. In fact, it doesn't look like the one in the picture. However, I stuck to the specifications that the appliance had calculated. After a second look, I realize that the liquid ratio given in the recipe book for this recipe doesn't match the previous specifications of the pasta maker. Alright, I'll probably have to use the rest of the dough differently, but now I am interested in how the pasta tastes. I prepared a simple but delicious cheese sauce, and the pasta tasted extremely good. After this short break, I wish the work was done, but the appliance still needs to be cleaned. All 6 individual parts have to be dismantled and cleaned individually. Some parts, such as the kneading chamber and the dough hook, take a bit of effort to remove all the dough. In total, I spent about 5 to 10 minutes cleaning them. The NIna Pastamaker from Springlane is actually a product that I would be happy to recommend. Out of a total of 5 pasta makers that I have tested, it is the one where I liked the presentation best. You can see that Springlane has put a lot of effort into this product. Unfortunately, I can't recommend this pasta maker at the moment because I have carried out an endurance test. And in this endurance test, something happened that really should never happen with a product like this. You can find out exactly what happened in the following video. I will continue to use the pasta maker. So if you want to see an update video, subscribe to this channel and like the video.